Hello traders, today I'm going to be showing you how to use the scanner to find some good plays. So yeah, I can go through that and I'll show you. I don't really know how to exactly explain it, but I can show you throughout the way. So first of all, I have 3 different scanners, one for, well, 6. 3 of them are for small caps, 3 of them are for large caps. First we're going to start off with the inside candle. So the inside candles has you're gonna go into here, you're gonna go add filter, you're gonna go stock, you're gonna change this down to here, and you're gonna go to volume, and you're gonna change that to a minimum of 1,000,000, and then the max just leave it blank, or put, I don't know, infinity or whatever it is. But yes, because most amount of volume ever, not bad at all. Next you're gonna have stock again. You're gonna go here, you're gonna go to the close, and you're gonna have it be 20 and above. You can mess with this, like whatever you like to play your stocks above for options and like that. But those I like to keep on 20. You can probably move it up to 50, maybe even 100, and then the max is 1,000. But that's for me. So like Tesla wouldn't be on here, for example. And the third one you're gonna have here, you're gonna go study, you're gonna go down here and you're gonna click custom, and from there it's gonna open up something where you're eventually gonna have it to say this on this screen, and it's gonna say high is less than the open from 1 bars ago, and the low is greater than the close from 1 bars ago. And then lastly you'll have option, which you're gonna go down here to volume. Have at least 1,000,000, or not 1,000,000, 1,000 option volume, and then next one is max. So we're gonna go in here. Sort by volume is how I always like to have it. Ascending. You can show 50 stocks or however many you want. But so this is inside candle. I can show you what this looks like. So here, as you can see, we have DKS. So I'm gonna click on this. Let's go into here. So this is an example of inside candle. So you have your open and your close, and this entire body, including the wicks, are inside this candle, like the body of this candle. So that's what inside candle is called. All right. So for right now, okay. I'll come back to this, but for now, this is the only one on the large cap inside candle. So yeah. Now we're gonna go back over here to scanner. We're gonna go inside bar today, or that's how I have it named. And it's wait. Alright, yeah. So now this one, the only different thing is that the high is less than the high from 1 bars ago, and the low is greater than the low from 1 bars ago, and not the open and the close. So yeah, same type of thing. Let's go into here, let's scan it. Might take a sec. While that's going, I'm just going to change this to what it will be. Oh, we'll see, this is already loaded, but this isn't. Let me try and redo this real quick. Let's just go on another one, scan it. Let's go back. Now it might work. Okay, there we go. So I like to sort by ATR right here. So right there. And then I like to play any, so we'll extend this down. So I like to play any of these that are above 2 ATR, so that means average true range. So like I think it's within the past 2 weeks. I think, don't quote me on that, but I think it's within the past 2 weeks of like what its average movement of the stock has been. So yeah, let's first go through these. I'm gonna add it to this scanner large caps, is what I have it called, and then I have this other one called the scanner large cap contracts, which I can show you about that. So the first one is snow. I already kind of have this charted. Let's go there. So this kind of looks like still like bearish. So big red candle, this is your kind of pause, medium candle, and then go back down continuously, but this has been more choppy and more instead of just this like uptrend. And then also what I like to do, I like to go in here and I like to check on the intraday and see what's happening. So if it's got like an uptrend or something like that, and see if that can break. So for right now, I like this for the bears or the bulls, because if it breaks this uptrend, it's bearish. If it continues with this and breaks this new high, or this previous high day, this is gonna be good going into Monday. So yeah, I'm gonna add. I like snow. So we'll add it there. AVGO. Oh, sorry, hang on. I forgot to explain what the inside bar is about. So the inside bar is the same thing, except instead of inside the candle, it's inside just this, like this entire candle is bigger than than the next day's entire candle. So as you can see, the low of this day is still higher than this low, and the high of this day is still lower than this previous high. So yeah. So let's go back to AVGO. It does have a gap down to this 563.20 area. So I like it for the bears. And then as you can see right here, it kind of has this little bit of an uptrend, but we can go on the 10-minute and see. Whenever we're doing this, I like to have it on the 10. But that's just personal preference. So yeah, it does have these like kind of like morning pops or these morning drops with that was a big candle. So I still like this because the gap, and then this can also kind of go into like a shoulder area maybe, and then fall off. But otherwise it's still kind of holding this in the morning. So after kind of a run like this, I think we can see it having a down day, as it kind of does. Like with this, it was down and up within the same day. This was up, this day was down, this day was up. And so I think we can see it fall back down to this trend line, down to the 620 area. So I like AVGO. Oops. This is for bears and bulls. So also whenever we do this, I like to have this sorted by. Well, okay, it's fine. I like to usually have this sorted by volume during the day, but I'll go through here, and yeah. AFRM. Let's look at it on the 10. Another kind of like bear one. It's kind of like this though, except this day has more indecision / wicks. So you could see this kind of be like the what is this called? Like the 3 white men or three something candles like that. But yeah, like where it just keeps on like falling down. 1, 2, 3 down. 1, and then you can probably see 1, 2, 3 and then fall again. But let's go in the intraday. Otherwise, I like this for a reversal or a continuation to the downside. Although it kind of did have this double bottom, close to double bottom, not perfect but close. And then also from this kind of like this entire wick right here on this day uses resistance here. So I'd like to see it kind of double bottom and continue up and finally break this resistance, so that's support, and go up, or it rejects off it and it's kind of doing this how it's doing into after hours from Friday. So yeah, I like AFRM. Just add it there. SWKS. Wow, that's a big red day. Yeah, I want to see this on the. This is on the 1 minute, by the way. This thing went from about like 159s to 142 in about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 minutes. Wow, that's nuts. Yeah, so let's go back on the daily. It's a big red day, kind of got eaten up the next. That kind of tells me that it's going to go down more, especially with like lower volume on this day. But yeah, as we can go back onto the 10 minutes, see if it has anything good. I mean, it did break this from this morning. But it's kind of having trouble breaking this top as it did double top right at the end of the day as well. So I like SWKS for it to go either way. Oops, typed it in wrong. SWKS. DKS, as we saw, that was inside candle, which usually I just kind of automatically add the inside candles because they're typically better. Yeah, this one, it does hold good support from like this range here, it fell, and then it kind of came back up here on this VWAP day. So I like this of how it goes, kind of like it's V day, as I like to call it, because down, up, like a V. So yeah, I'll keep on there. LYV. Let's go to a 10 minute. Yeah, same type of thing. Red, eaten up. Probably see it fall again. Here is an example. Down, eaten up. Next day's down. So I like this for its past history with these kind of days. So LYV, let's add that. Let's still go on the 10-minute though. Looks like it broke that. But then also kind of filled off, and like it kind of broke it, but not too powerfully, and then got rejected off to 200 SMA. So as it has one, well, kind of two, not really. It didn't really come to it, so I guess not. Almost came to it here, and then this day it went over, but then it failed. It went back under. So yeah. Next one is CPRI. I kind of like how it already has this downtrend as the first thing I see. But then it does have good support down here as it double bottomed almost. It looks like it had a little bit of difference like in the pennies area. But I do like how it, bottom still holding this area. So I think you could see a break on this. Let's go to the 10-minute though. Yeah. Either that, because it's kind of going straight down right here, and so you can see it getting the eaten up day like this, which would be nice, or something like that. And it also pretty much filled this gap on this day, so I think that's pretty nice. So then this thing could continue to go up. So I like this one, CPRI. These are just ones that I like as well. You don't have to add these. This is just a good example. This is just a good YouTube video to kind of resemble of how I like to do my scanners at night whenever I'm looking for other plays that like are, I mean, you're always gonna have Apple SPY, your Qs, your what else, your AMDs, your AFRM was just luckily on here. So yeah, here on the daily it looks kind of still choppy. Here's a good reverse or inverse 3 bar, the better top wick, and a next good day, red day down. So yeah, I like this for what that is. Let's go in here though, see what it has. I like that. I want to see it break that. So yeah, kind of a descending wedge going into aftermarket. Oh, and then you can see this candle kind of popped out a little bit. So yeah, this will be interesting on Monday. But for those reasons, I like ATH. Most of these I'll usually get rid in the morning or during the day whenever they're not really doing anything. So yeah, that's just another thing to keep note of. On the daily, let's check this one out. I mean, it kind of does feel like it has kind of done a bottom here. You can kind of just get this pop day. But this one actually has like an uptrend, looks like it going to it. Covered. This one had like a downtrend still, and then ended up popping. So let's go into 10 minutes, see what kind of uptrend this thing has. Yeah, so I mean, this touches perfectly on this day and this day, so that's pretty nice. And also right there, this is a higher high, higher high, higher high. So I like this channel that's been going in. I think you can see more up to the 45s tomorrow, or drop back down to sorry, to the 42s. Next one is CF. So this one did have like a, I mean, you can kind of clearly see this day being a shoulder, or head. But like here's a good example: shoulder, edge, shoulder fell off. This entire area is like a shoulder. This entire area is like a shoulder or a head. And then I think, especially with this day, I think we could start seeing it, kind of top out. So that's the reason why I like this one for puts, but this kind of looks like more long term. Not perfectly, but just a little bit long term. But yeah, it did kind of double top here, and this day this is a low or a higher low, but yeah, drop, curl again as it kind of fails and goes to the 100 SMA right at the end of the day. So CF, CF, I want to see it break the 64 area and then kind of plug puts from there. But that's the only reason why I like that one. And then finally PFE for Pfizer. I mean, this kind of looks just like a 3R. This is the most volume I think it's ever had. on a no, sorry. I take that back enormously. What? Wait, what? Oh, I just changed my volume. Whoops. Alright. I'm just gonna switch it real quick to make sure everything else I did. But yeah. It's had quite a few green days in a row. This is the first kind of red indecision day. Oops. First red indecision day. So I think we might see this thing just, yeah, as you can see here, kind of just start to curl. There was no like attempt to kind of go up. I mean, there was right here, but that got rejected off at this low, and it started heading back down. The only thing is like this is still a higher low. So if it breaks this, great. So yeah, I like this. This is kind of a little rare to have all of these on here that I liked. But I mean, hey, sometimes it happens. I'm gonna put this back on my daily large cap watch list for the ones that I like to watch during the day. And then from there, that's all I got for like how to make the large caps that I like. But now I'm just gonna do the adding contracts part. And usually I like to do weeklies as well. And then personally, my rule, I like to do anything around $1 with the first 3. So for example, snow. So you can take a look at this and say, hey, if you want to use this, you can go back and pause the video. But these are the ones that I don't like, because, or a couple of these probably I'm going to take off, and that's only because of the price of these, because I like to play around like 1s. Or 2s, but usually 1s. Anything around 1s, that's a good area for the first 3 on each side. So for example, I mean, this is once again just a personal rule for me. I'm gonna take off snow. AVGO, same type of thing. You get 6 4 3s here. AFRM, yeah, it's a little lower, but I mean, it takes a little bit, and they're more of out of the strike price. So I'm gonna take off AFRM. SWKS. So this one's not bad. This one's not bad because this is around the 1s here. I mean, this is a little bit more expensive in this area, but also it's got a $6 range. As it did end the day at 151. It still wouldn't be bad to play puts or calls either way. So I like DKS or SWKS. Next one is gonna be DKS. DKS is not bad for puts, but the calls is more expensive. Although its ATR is about 6 again. So if you're playing, I mean, you can play all the way down to 110 on. I don't think that'd be bad at all. So I'm gonna keep it on there. LVY. So this one doesn't have 1s until January. This thing also goes by 5s, and with this being a $5 stock, these first 3 are also kind of out of range, especially with the expiry. So personally, I'm gonna take this one off. CPRI. CPRI looks good for both ways. The thing is like I know it's because of like last week and stuff, but with was it quad witching on Friday, but I'd like to see more volume come into this, so I'm gonna keep it, but keep a watch on the volume. So if there's not that much volume on this, probably take it off. ATH, same type of thing. This is kind of out of range. Yeah, I mean, look, you got $3 and you got 45, and also this thing goes by 5s. So personally, I'm gonna take this one off. GKOS. GKOS. I mean, this one does go by 5s, but it's a $40 stock, so I'd like to see this thing be 2.5s or 1s, but unfortunately, that's not the case. Also, these do go by 2s, so I mean, it wouldn't be bad, but as I said, I like to play anything around 1s. Did we say like this is the one kind of double? No. So this is one like just kind of has like a shuffling side to side with an upward channel. So, and also with it kind of just being right in between its price, yeah, it'd be good. But I mean, both of these are kind of like this one's a little higher. So, personally, I'm gonna take this one off. CF is good because I mean, look, it's 23rd. Weeklies, these go by 1s. This is a really good one that I like. And then last one is PFE, which PFE goes by, or Pfizer goes by 5s, and it does have really good volume with low strike prices. So I think this is the main one to watch for. I mean, price action, like range of price, the volume of the price, the actual price is pretty good for each way. So. yeah, none of these really have volume like it does. But also, this one's been running up for multiple days. So yeah. So these are the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 that I'm gonna have. And then how I do their contracts is by doing this. So I have it on the 1 day 10 minute. Or no, well, yeah. I mean, I guess it really doesn't matter. I just like to kind of yeah. So this is a little bit better. 3 day 10 minute. So you go up here. Well, actually, another easy way is to look at the high and the low for the previous day. So this is another good indication instead of having to switch back to charts and trade all the time to make the alert. The only thing is like you'll have to make the alert. And I'll show you that once I'm done with the contracts. But yeah, so SWKS, its high was 152.80. So 152.80, that's above this. So 155. And because I like to play anything around ones, I'm gonna play these. But otherwise, regularly, you should put 155s on here. And then the close is 144. So we're not gonna play one. We're gonna play one. I guess we can play 145s. But yeah, you probably want to move your add to large cap contracts. You probably want to move your the low of day only to like here though, because this is pretty low for playing it. So if you're gonna play, you play 140. You could probably play even 146, and that's probably what I'll do. I'll put here. Let me just make a alert real quick. I know you guys can't see this part because I don't have it on like desktop thing. I only have a window capture, but you're pretty much gonna open up a stock or alert. You're gonna create alert. You're gonna have it put as at below. You're gonna go buy $. Then you're gonna have buy was it one? So this price is 147. So we can play 147 puts. So you buy 147 puts, create, and that's there. So let's go here. Let's put 147. Let's take off the 145s, and bang bang. There you have it. Yeah. So now, yeah. Okay. Here, let me show you the calls as well. And then same thing for the calls. The calls, you go up here, create an alert. It's gonna show it. You guys can't see it. It's gonna be at and above by. What's that gonna be? One. So regularly it'd be 155, but because I like to play around $1, $1.50, it's gonna be a 157.5 for me. But you could put it as 155, and then you put calls. And then you click OK. And so that's pretty much how you do the cycle. I'm going to go through and do the rest of these as well. Don't worry. So, yeah. So DKS is high was 105. So we want to look at 106. But this is higher. So next one down, is there like another level that we can pick off? Yeah, so 108. What's 108? 108 isn't bad. So yeah, go down here. And then the puts, so the low of day was 101. So we want to go down to about 100. Add that to large cap contracts. We go in here. We go buy. For me, this is going to be a 108 calls. And then here. Well, yeah. So this is the same type of thing again. Where you want to watch a previous low. So here, go at or below. Buy 102 puts. So here's the 102 at the large cap contract scanner. Let's take off those hundreds. Bang bang, we have those. CPRI 62.4 was the high. So that's gonna be 64. So that's gonna be these 63. Add to the scanner, and then the low is 61 or 66. Yeah, 60.6. So go in here, go to 60s, 69. Yeah, and do that. Go up here, create alert, buy $63 calls. And then here, well, once again, this is kind of lower, so you probably want to have it probably here off of this kind of low. So by 60 puts. So whenever also whenever I put these, once your alert kind of goes off, you want to see if like, you know, next day, of course, you want to see if it kind of, you know, goes and rejects off of it, and then you can kind of play your puts, or have like a different strike price to play your puts, or you know, if it goes through, comes back, bounces, and goes, or if it's just constantly just running. So there's different ways, but you don't want to just, like, you know, if that alerts, you don't want to go and be like, oh, gotta buy them immediately. So you take a second, kind of look at it, look at what it's doing, see if it's looking bearish to kind of reject off, or if it's going through, bounces off, and it goes. So yeah, CPRI. So I did that one. So now we're gonna go CF. CF's high was 66, so we're gonna do 67. Yeah, because that's okay. Well, actually, yeah. So, okay, fine, 66. Sorry, 67. My bad. And here's scanner contracts, and then the low of the day was 64, so you want to put 63. These are kind of lower, so you probably want to play these. But like, because it's a little bit tighter, I'd probably say to watch for either. Well, okay, fine. We'll do 64s and 66 or 60. Yeah, 66. But we'll add the sorry, we're gonna add the alerts not to the perfect low of day and high of day. We're gonna move it to about here. Current alert at or below. Go by 64. Sorry, puts. Puts. I can't spell puts right now. And then you go to about this high, and then you can go buy. What would that be? 66 calls. And the last one's gonna be PFE or Pfizer. Which same type of thing. You go in here, the high was 61.19, so you're gonna go 61.19, so it's gonna be 61.5 at the large gap contract scanner, and then low was 58, so you wanna play 58.5. So yeah, add those. So yeah, those are the 10 contracts. 5 are puts, 5 are calls. Ooh, so this one's actually a little bit higher. Can we play 61s? Yes. Wait, 61.5? No, 61.5s are close. So yeah, we can actually add the 61s instead. So take out the 61.5s, and I say that because it just looks better, because I mean, this is a big wick for it, and it's better to kind of watch it before it goes. So buy 61 calls. Then you go to this low day. Well, I mean, it's gonna be the same contract either way, so we can move it to like here. The point is, you know, at or below, buy 58.5, right? Yeah, 58.5 puts. And yeah, that's how I make my large cap contract scanner, and for the large cap contracts, take that thing. And then the last thing, which I can show you, these are kind of like more like during the day, if something just kind of randomly goes off, or you know, it's just getting kind of loaded with volume. You go here to the unusual volume area, as I like to do. So you have 2 and above again. And these are like the same type of things as this one was, because they kind of had the same volume, save everything. But the thing is, with this one, I can show you. So yeah, let me just scan it real quick. But the only thing different is that you're gonna go to here to add filter. You're gonna add a study. You can go down here to volume, unusual volume, and then that's pretty much, once you click that, all this is gonna already be set up, and you don't have to change any of this. But if it's not, then here it is. So yeah. Hopefully you got some good education off of that. I usually like to, oh wait, whoops, it's large cap scanner. Hang on, let me just change this real quick. Let's go back to the usual volume. There we go. So yeah, unusual volume. So yeah, that's how you that's how I like to find some of the scanners that aren't going to be, your spies and cubes.